What really happened when Taehyung appeared at Paris Fashion Week 2025? Fans around the world can't stop talking. Was it his look, his aura, or something deeper behind that mysterious smile? Watch, comment, and share your thoughts below. Could this be the most unforgettable moment of his career? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for what's coming next. Was it a dream, a vision, or simply Taehyung being Taehyung? The moment the BTS superstar stepped into the heart of Paris Fashion Week, the world seemed to pause. Cameras flashed, fans screamed, and even the air felt heavier, charged with the electricity of something extraordinary. No one could have predicted what was about to unfold. Not the journalists, not the designers, not even those who thought they had seen every shade of his brilliance before. But when Kim Taehyung, the man the world knows simply as V, made his grand entrance, it wasn't just another celebrity sighting. It was a global moment. The streets outside the venue had been buzzing for hours. Rumors had already begun swirling early in the morning. Would Taehyung attend Celine's showcase again? Was he here for another collaboration? Or could this be the start of something even bigger? Fans from across continents gathered near the glass doors of the Palais de Tokyo, clutching banners, cameras, and letters, their hearts racing with anticipation. Then, almost like a cinematic plot twist, the crowd erupted. He appeared, dressed in a tailored ensemble that looked both effortlessly simple and impossibly elegant. His outfit, a fusion of classic Parisian tailoring and Taehyung's signature edge, seemed to redefine what fashion meant that night. Every step he took felt deliberate, yet graceful. He didn't need to speak. His presence alone was a language of its own, one that whispered of power, confidence, and quiet rebellion. But it wasn't just his fashion that left people stunned. It was the energy he carried, calm, grounded, yet magnetic. The kind of aura that draws people in without even trying. Reporters shouted his name. Flashlights captured every glance. Yet he smiled softly, waved gently, and in that instant, reminded the world why he remains one of the most captivating figures in pop culture. Was he making a statement? Was this appearance a subtle message before his next big artistic move? The questions only grew louder as the night went on. Inside the venue, whispers followed him like a shadow. Designers and models alike couldn't take their eyes off him. It wasn't just admiration, it was awe. As he took his front row seat, the cameras panned toward him again, capturing his serene expression beneath the soft golden lights of the Paris runway. He didn't have to dominate the scene. He simply was the scene. Even the models seemed to move differently, their confidence amplified by his gaze. There was something about the way he looked, as if he could see right through the fabric, beyond the glamour, into the soul of the art itself. Then came the unexpected. Just when fans thought the show was over, Taehyung stood, exchanging a few words with the creative director. The conversation was brief, but the tension in the room shifted instantly. Some speculated it was about a new project, others guessed it was an unplanned reunion. Whatever it was, it felt important, like a secret the world wasn't yet ready to hear. Outside, social media exploded. Hashtags like hashtag Taehyung in Paris and hashtag V Fashion Week shot to the top of global trends within minutes. Fans across the world replayed clips of his entrance, zoomed in on every detail. The texture of his jacket, the sparkle in his eyes, the way his hair fell just slightly out of place. "He looks like a movie character come to life," one fan wrote. "Every time I think he can't surprise me anymore, he does," said another. Within hours, videos of his appearance had amassed millions of views. But behind all the glamour, there was something deeper, something almost poetic about the timing of his return to Paris. After months of quiet absence, his reappearance felt like a message of rebirth, a signal that something monumental might be on the horizon. Could this be the beginning of a new artistic era for Taehyung? Was this his way of telling the world he's ready to surprise us again? Those close to the fashion scene hinted that his presence wasn't random. Insiders whispered about secret meetings, new campaigns, and even an unreleased collaboration that might redefine luxury branding. The way Celine's team interacted with him that night felt different, almost reverent. It wasn't just about celebrity endorsement anymore. It was about shared artistry. Taehyung wasn't there to be seen. He was there to inspire. The emotional weight of the moment was undeniable. Fans watching from the other side of the world felt it too. Many took to social media to express how proud they were to see him continue to grow, not just as a musician, but as an artist who bridges the worlds of fashion, art, and emotion. It's not just his beauty, wrote one fan from Brazil. It's his presence. He makes everything feel like poetry. Later that night, as the lights of Paris shimmered against the Seine, Taehyung was spotted leaving quietly, his silhouette framed against the glow of the city. No entourage, no grand exit. Just him, walking with quiet confidence into the night. The simplicity of it made fans love him even more. It was as if he knew that mystery is more powerful than spectacle. The world rejoiced not merely because he looked stunning, but because he reminded everyone what it means to move through fame with grace. In an industry obsessed with noise, Taehyung's silence spoke volumes. Every gesture, every expression seemed intentional, painting a portrait of a man who has mastered the art of being both elusive and deeply present. As dawn broke the next morning, the city was still buzzing. News outlets from Seoul to New York replayed his appearance. Fashion critics hailed his look as one of the most iconic moments of Paris Fashion Week, and fans flooded timelines with heart emojis and emotional tributes. But amid all the celebration, one question lingered. What comes next? Could this be the prelude to a new album? A fashion collaboration? Or perhaps a visual art project that blurs the lines between music and design? Knowing Taehyung, nothing is ever random. Every move he makes carries meaning. Every silence hints at a story waiting to be told. Whatever lies ahead, one thing is certain, the world will be watching. Because when Taehyung appears, time stops. And when he disappears, the anticipation only grows stronger. His latest appearance at Paris Fashion Week wasn't just a surprise. It was a statement, a reminder that true artistry doesn't need noise to be heard. It simply exists, radiating power through presence. Different in him this time. Perhaps a calm before another creative storm? Share your thoughts, theories, and feelings below. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned because what's coming next might just redefine the meaning of celebrity artistry. Even hours after the event, Paris hadn't moved on. Reporters lingered outside the venue long after midnight, hoping for a glimpse, a word, a sign of where he might head next. The whispers grew into speculation. Was he headed to a private after-party, or was he disappearing back into the Parisian night, the same way he arrived, quietly, purposefully, like a story unfolding in real time? What made this appearance so unique wasn't only its glamour, but its unpredictability. Taehyung has always danced between mystery and magnetism, between simplicity and grandeur, and this time, he seemed to blur the line completely. In the following days, headlines around the world read like a love letter to his impact. Fashion magazines praised his elegance, calling him the embodiment of timeless modernity. Music outlets hinted at the possible intersection of his artistic worlds, suggesting that this Paris appearance was not an isolated act, but a preview of an upcoming era, one where sound, vision, and emotion collide. He doesn't just attend fashion shows, one editor noted. He transforms them into cultural moments. What stood out most, though, was how real he seemed amid the extravagance. The cameras might have caught the glamour, but fans saw something deeper, the quiet introspection in his eyes, the slight smile that held both warmth and distance. It was as if he was living in a space between two worlds, the one we see and the one he keeps just out of reach. That paradox is perhaps what makes him endlessly fascinating. He doesn't chase the spotlight. He lets it find him. Back in Seoul, fans gathered online to celebrate his return, posting edits, artwork, and emotional tributes that quickly went viral. He's not just a fashion icon, one fan tweeted. He's a symbol of elegance, confidence, and authenticity. Another wrote, every time he appears, he reminds me that true beauty is in the way someone makes you feel. The collective emotion that followed his appearance wasn't just excitement. It was love, pride, and connection. Even major designers couldn't help but express admiration. One anonymous insider revealed that Taehyung's visit had sparked creative inspiration among Paris's top fashion houses. He's not just a muse, they said. He's a movement. When he's in the room, everything changes. Some even claimed that upcoming collections might subtly reference the energy he brought that night. a testament to how one man's quiet confidence can reshape an entire aesthetic. But behind the glitz, there's always that lingering question: who is Taehyung when the lights go out? When the music fades and the cameras stop flashing, what thoughts fill his mind? Perhaps that's part of his allure. We never fully know, yet we're always drawn in. His artistry is built not on excess, but on restraint. He doesn't demand attention. He earns it through authenticity that resonates across languages, cultures, and time zones. That as the days passed, clips of his Paris appearance continued to dominate online platforms. Reaction videos from fans worldwide painted a shared emotion, joy mixed with nostalgia. Some said it reminded them of his early BTS days, the raw charm that made millions fall in love. Others noticed a deeper, more mature energy in his demeanor, as though he's entering a new artistic chapter. Could this be the evolution we've all been waiting for? The rebirth of Taehyung, the artist, not just the idol. Late-night talk shows in Korea and France replayed the footage, analyzing every frame. The eye contact, the minimal gestures, even the rhythm of his walk. Fashion commentators declared it one of the most defining appearances of the week. And somewhere in between the chaos and admiration, the truth became clear. Taehyung doesn't just attend Paris Fashion Week. He becomes Paris Fashion Week. In a world obsessed with speed, Taehyung's presence slows everything down. He invites people to look closer, feel deeper, and remember that art isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, like the way a single look can say more than 1,000 words. That's what makes his appearance unforgettable. It wasn't just fashion, it was storytelling, and perhaps that's why the world rejoices every time he steps into the spotlight. Because when he does, he doesn't just show us who he is, he reminds us of who we are. The dreamers, the believers, the ones who find magic in silence and strength in grace. Here's the question that lingers in every fan's heart. What secret is Taehyung holding behind that calm smile? Is there a hidden project waiting to be unveiled? Or is he simply living his art in real time, moment by moment, leaving us to interpret the poetry of his existence? One thing is certain: whatever comes next will not just surprise us, it will move us, because that's what Taehyung does best. He doesn't follow trends, he creates them. He doesn't just wear fashion, he transforms it into emotion. And he doesn't simply attend an event, he turns it into history. If you're reading this, take a moment to relive that unforgettable night. Watch the videos again, feel the energy, and let yourself be part of the story. What did you feel when you saw him under the Paris lights? Was it awe, admiration, or something beyond words? Tell us in the comments, share your favorite moment, and don't forget to like and subscribe, because when it comes to Taehyung, the story never truly ends. It only evolves, one breathtaking appearance at a time.